on, Buttons. Come on, Chloe. All right, Frankie. We're here at 118 North Main in Richfield, Utah. Pizza review time. Are we at Pizza Shop Town, Mitch? Apparently we are. We have no place to put this pizza because we were overloaded with products, but I thought I would just show off today. So we got a lot of events going on today. We have Gundam, we have Riftbound. Riftbound has come out, so this will be fun to play. This is gonna be a more lighthearted video than yesterday's more intense video about how Wizards of the Coast is just doing whatever it can to destroy basically the scene, the magic scene, what we call the community, the local game stores, the enfranchised players. And I want to kind of bring it back to what it is all about, owning game stores. So we have been here for like 10 years here at, in fact, Zach the other day said we spent a quarter of our life here at this stupid store and building little by little here in Richfield, Utah. We're not the largest population, of course. We're here in rural Utah with about, I would say the Richfield, Utah serves about 30,000 people. So it's not tiny, but it's not like a thriving metropolis like some stores that I'm super jelly of that can have like what I call impulse buys, come in, just clean house on a lot of inventory they have. But Richfield itself is about 8,000 people. The surrounding area brings in another 7,000 people, and the surrounding area with another 50-mile radius brings another 15,000 people. So there's about 30,000 in what we call kind of the commercial area of Richfield, Utah. So it is enough, in my opinion, just enough to maintain a local game store. We don't have any employees here. It's just me, Zach, and Talmadge. We'll have our own little side gigs that also bring us in money. And yeah, that's how we've been able to establish what we have here. And of course, I did around 2018 pivot to more. I used to be a content creator on YouTube. That was kind of my gig, being sponsored by various sponsors like Cool Stuff Inc. And then I decided to start a Patreon and offer distributor prices. Actually, the environment back then was very similar to what it is now with Wizards of the Coast and these other. It wasn't necessarily Amazon at that time that was the big boogeyman. It was Sports and More. Sports and More somehow was able to always get prices for less than distributors, and they did a good job of like flooding the Reddits and the Facebooks and whatnot of telling people that they exist, and then it was just absolutely kneecapping stores because everyone was just purchasing a Sports and More, and we couldn't get how Sports and More was getting, like 50,000 units of I mean, their numbers were insane back in the day, and we didn't understand exactly how they're making any money. If you actually Google their store, they had its play space for like 6 people. I mean, it was tiny if the store actually ended up being. So it was always the theory that it was a distributor masquerading as a store, and then, so I mean, Amazon, I guess, isn't anything new. Like Wizards of the Coast has used different avenues to actually like flood the market with product that isn't turning as fast as they want it to. And again, I'll reiterate that I think that Wizards of the Coast needs to go back in like the warehousing business, and it should be their job to make sure the market doesn't get like flooded or starved with product. And the only way that they can successfully do that is if they manage it themselves through being a little bit of warehousing, making sure that things trickle into the local game stores. And I will talk until I'm blue in the face about why I think that ecosystem is important. We have customers right up now at the front of our store that are asking us what are, for singles for Magic the Gathering, what cards should go in their deck. I think that game stores are a pivotal part of that game, and I think the Wizards of the Coast kneecaps that. I think they will eventually see a decline in sales. They can't clickbait everyone with these meme sets indefinitely, and there needs to be some sort of stability with the core. I think anything that has a core, I think we've seen this in other games, even Fortnite itself started to decline when it lost its core. And you can even look at things like the World of Warcraft's a good example, and other games that used to be like the lion of games. They had the lion's share of gamers playing it that then just fizzled into basically obscurity. Does it even play WoW anymore? Maybe they do, and I'm just so out of touch. Jeez, mister. You are a thirsty boy. I think that's all anyone can hear is slurp, slurp, slurp as you decide that it's time to drink water when Kevin does a video. Actually hit the power button there. So anyway, we're back here. So I'm gonna show off again and show my pizza. And then we'll talk about Riftbound, and like you can see we're starting to build up here. This is like the reality of game stores right now too, is you have to be like there are so many SKUs coming out from various games that it's insane to keep up. We got Flesh and Blood building up here. We have Gundam building up here. We have some Pokemon. What does this look like? These premium collections for Reshiram that came in. Of course, we got the Riftbound that came in. We got the reprint of Tarkir Dragonstorm play boosters, that they FOMO'd us to death, that if we don't pre-order them, if we don't pre-order the reprint, maybe we'll never have the opportunity to buy Tarkir Dragonstorms again, so you better like stock up, because stores need to carry all the risk and all the overhead and all the inventorying now in this day and age. Meanwhile, I guarantee tomorrow we're going to see Tarkir Dragonstorm being blown out on Amazon for less than distributor cost, but it is what it is. I am going to quit whining like a broken record here. We had Digimon that has come in. We've got, geez, just so much stuff day to day. It used to be just big release of Magic that kept us busy, and now it's like every stinking day. And as I stated, I'm about ready to get ready to go to Moldova for 2 weeks, and I think we picked a week. I picked 2 weeks where it didn't interfere with Magic, but there's no way that doesn't interfere with other releases. So if you are a customer of mine, just know that we are going to, I think Talmadge is going to run the shop, at least the back end stuff. I'll have my laptop with me, and we'll be able to communicate and still get orders flowing. Anyway, so yeah, Gundam release is actually quite strong here. Unfortunately, everyone, there is not enough product. This is all I got. All I got is like, I think from one distributor I got 6 boxes, another one I got like less than that even, and Star Decks were even worse. So unfortunately, these aren't going to be allocated to patrons. Maybe some, they're the higher tiers or have been around for a long time, we'll get some, but we will actually blow through this at the store. In fact, Gundam is tonight. We have a pretty robust scene of people playing Gundam in One Piece. As you can see, I'm wearing my One Piece shirt, my Dofi flag shirt, as we are super into it. In fact, Talmadge and I at the gym, we're kind of discussing it, that it's like, I don't even know what's coming out of Avatar. I don't know. I don't know a card. I honestly do not know a card out of, I know I've seen a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle spoiler, but I have not seen or cared about Avatar that I could even name a card that's even in the set. Meanwhile, I know all the cards that's coming out of EB3 in One Piece. I know all the cards that are coming out of OP14 and OP13. We theory craft all at the gym. All we did is sat there and theory crafted like, why is blue purple Luffy so popular, but red purple Luffy is completely ignored when they have very similar mechanics. They're both like a 6K leader, which is the advantage to it. And neither one of their leader abilities are crazy, so it's just that 6K that kind of pushes them over the top. How come no one's playing red purple? And we started just theory crafting about what could go in it, why is it, blah, blah, blah. You know, came to the conclusion that blue purple just has a slight edge. But anyway, but it's just funny how 2 ex-Magic players that used to be incredibly involved in every spoiler that came out, theory crafting about cards, playing testing cards. We used to print out like proxies of cards and play them in standard decks before we had the physical cards. And now we're looking at One Piece cards. So congratulations, Wizards. You've done a good job. At least I know I'm just like this is anecdotal. It's just me and Talmadge. But I mean, I've heard it through multiple other people that everyone is just so tired and worn out with like Wizards of the Coast. And again, I'm not even going to blame Spider-Man, because it's like they could have done some cool things with Spider-Man, even as the set as is. I'm not even stating they have to like go back to the drawing board and redo the Spider-Man set. Just the release of Spider-Man itself could have actually been like celebrated, could have had like, you know, some sort of tournament surrounding it. Maybe they could have created like a little sub format for it. They could have got streamers involved. They could have got local game stores involved with events. Crickets. Wizards of the Coast does not give 2 rats' ass about even trying to promote their game anymore, because they know it will just sell to the gamblers and the collectors and the FOMOers and all these people now that are thinking that cardboard is the next 401k that is going to make them rich when they're in their, you know, in 20 years from now, which I think is the biggest pipe dream ever. In fact, I'm calling it right now. I'm thinking that it's going to be the same as sports cards and comic books and eventually crash. I'm not saying that the industry will die and we'll have these, you know, ebbs and flows of good times, but there's no way that we're going to see like a height of this era of cards being incredibly expensive like we're seeing with like old Pokemon and old Magic cards. So anyway, there's my little rant for today. Maybe I should actually show some more pizza. So I kind of got into this during one problem with living in rural Utah is the food here is absolutely garbage. The pizza is terrible. We have Domino's, we have Pizza Hut, we have Little Caesars, and we do have a little chain called Lots of Matzo that used to be good back in the day, but the owners just kind of like not cared as much. And it's not my style of pizza. Like it gets the job done. Like I'm not going to trash on them. We do have a pizza place that's about 30 minutes from here that's really good called Tomato, but it's in this like super remote town called Marysville that, I mean, you just have to drive out of your way to get there. There's no point to kind of go that direction. Other than like me, if you like to fish and whatnot. So during the kind of pandemic era, like, or just having the game store, one thing that happened here is everyone would like bring in pizza. And I just got so sick of the smell of like Pizza Hut and Little Caesars, and I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to cook my own pizza instead of eating this trash. So anyway, this is kind of leftover toppings here. So this is my leftover pizza. It's got pork, bacon, Looks like there's some pepperonis, some olives. This is literally at everything I had left from cooking all the other pizzas. And I like my pizzas well done, so you can see there's some charring on it. So this is my favorite pizza. This one's actually pork, bacon, and olive. And it's made with a kind of a white sauce. We actually use like a Chick-fil-A sauce and a ranch. And then we have just your good old pepperoni and ham. So just a good old pepperoni ham here. I use about 4 different types of cheeses, I believe, in my pizza. So if you ever are in the area and you can ever hit one of our one-piece pizza nights, it used to be Magic Pizza Nights, but now it's me one-piece pizza nights because I am definitely more involved with that community and more happy with that community and socializing that community. So take a pizza. Anyway, what do we have here too? I didn't even see this. Is this Tarkir Dragonstorm Commander decks? Oh boy. It never ends. So this reprint, these were going for a lot of money. I guarantee if I'm gonna log on right now on my TCG Player on eBay, I'm gonna realize that this is not going for. So is Zach gonna give us a review here? Zach doesn't like my pizza.
There's no pepper or pineapple.
Well, I didn't have any pineapple. I should have went. I didn't have any pineapple. What? So he's got to like give a review. Which one is he gonna eat? And Talmadge doesn't eat my pizza because he's a bro, and it's like too much for his macros or some garbage like that. Because he's got to watch his like girlish figure, yada yada yada. Jim bro, I don't care. This guy's nonsense. But Chloe likes the pizza, and Buttons likes the pizza, and Bruce loves the pizza. This is the pickiest dog in the entire universe. And Bruce. Yeah, he's so lazy. He's not even gonna. There he is. And I have my seal of approval from Bruce because he'll spit out like chicken. And yeah, he'll spit out chicken nuggets. Like the only dog in the world that will spit out chicken nuggets. And you're gonna bark for it and start to whine.
Sit.
Say Chloe will sit.
Sit, Bruce, sit.
So now I'm stuck. I don't have to do what you have to say.
He literally just ate, so I don't know if he'll eat it.
You're just gonna spit it out? Oh, even Bruce spits it out right now. He's too.
Good, Chloe, good.
Chloe will get it. So I brag that you like my pizza, and now you spit it out to show YouTube that I'm what a liar. You picky little brat. You picky little brat.
Want some?
But Buttons is begging for some. Come on, don't ignore Buttons. Look at that poor face. You won't ignore Buttons.
Sit, Buttons, sit.
So
I didn't throw it.
Don't report me to whatever animal welfare that I'm not supposed to feed human food because these guys basically live on human food. Yeah, we apologize for making you guys fat. Anyway, yeah. So, like to just do these kind of off the cuff, just talking about what's coming in on. Oh yeah, here's another one here. Final Fantasy Play. These ones actually, wow, my camera decides to. Who knows my camera decided to do right there. There we go. No, okay, now it's gonna go back to my face. All right, so Final Fantasy Play is another one that got reprinted. This is like crazy, like 3 things at once got reprinted. So like I said, like instead of trickling in the market, they kind of do this sort of stuff. And yeah, it's a lot to keep up with. So there you have it. We have a very, very busy day. I think that we're playing Riftbound today, right? Talmadge, I think it's, or is it tomorrow? I can't remember. We have it scheduled somewhere. But we're going to check that game out. I'm actually hoping it's pretty good. I have nothing against League of Legends or like adding another card game if I'll give it a shot. It is kind of crazy though with how many card games are out there. They were just stretched so thin. I know that people keep asking me, begging me to play Sorcery. I have a Sorcery box over here somewhere. I know this is getting a Gothic set, so it's like what, on its 3rd set now for Sorcery Contested Realms. And they've done a good job managing this too, of reprinting this as it's needed. And I know a lot of people just think that it's like a great game, a good replacement of Magic, but I don't know. I just don't have the community here to really get it going. Like it's so tough for like the Magic is just basically Commander here, and good luck ever convincing Commander players to do anything but play Commander. I mean, it's their jam, it's their thing. They love it. I'm not going to take it away from them. But like they will not branch out into other games. Like that's one thing I kind of noticed about Commander players is that is like at this point it's like a super cult. Like they come in for Commander night and that's that. Just all Commander. They won't play Pauper, Standard, Modern, anything like that. And you know, just let them have their little game nights. But I mean that would be the demographic I think would have to go into Sorcery. Right now again we're just pushing Gundam in One Piece because it seems like all the energy is there. And what is this, Bob Ross sleeves? They keep coming out with these Bob Ross different artwork. So what else we got? We got so much stuff loading up. I still need to allocate some Mega Evolutions to people that pre-ordered, as this is starting to come in waves. So we just got another little shipment of Mega Evolutions Elite Trainers. Oh boy, like I said, pretty overwhelming here, but it's fun nonetheless. Like I said, this is the whole, I'm saying like I said, so many times. This is the whole point of why I think that this ecosystem for local game stores should continue to survive. I'll keep saying they're a lot different than like other stores that are getting, you know, bulldozed on Main Street because of like Amazon and things are just like more convenient. But I think the whole point of a local game store, yeah, have you noticed like all the non LGS game stores that are popping up, like the ones that don't have table space? So like the ones that used to like exist at like corner shops or malls that didn't have table space, that just basically were tiny stores with inventory and that's it. I've noticed a lot of those popping up. But those don't make any sense to me. So it's like this like added overhead. I guess you have the traffic. That's the only thing for people to come in for impulse buy. But I'm thinking a lot of those type of stores will be the first one to go as we start to consolidate into the bear market is inevitable. Because that is advantageous of having a play space. Is I think that people can, if you can be a store that is fun enough, that is engaging enough, that does still care about organizing events and things, that's your little one-up that are going to have when this market starts to turn. And I, for one, like, I'm enjoying the profits. I'm enjoying, like I mean, there's issues with both bears and bulls. Like, right now, I can't get product if you even wanted it. I'm expected to take a bunch of crap to build up my numbers, like these foundation beginner boxes. I passed on the starter decks, so I don't know if that's going to hurt my numbers now because I didn't want to buy foundation starter decks again that they're going to reprint, as I think that we just have too much of a glut of a product. But anyway, I think that I would rather see the market like tank just so we can consolidate a lot of these, what I call fake stores, online only stores, whatnotters, all those things that I think are just way too many cooks in the kitchen right now, and get back to like hopefully prioritizing the LGS. And I know I'll get all the comment section of all the flippers here that tell me how dare I, you know, why should my business model be the only one? Why should I be so exclusive and whatnot? But I still do. Will fight to the death. Even if I wasn't doing it, even if I wasn't a local game store myself, I would still be trying to fight for that kind of ecosystem to be the one that gets prioritized for gaming, because this is where, literally where the magic happens. This is where all the games are played. This is where all the people meet up and play. Yes, people love kitchen table. Yes, people love their own groups. But you get out of your comfort box. You get to meet new, like some of the best friends that I've ever met in my life. This idiot here was just a random person that came into a local game store, and you know, and we liked him. He started hanging around more, and now he's, you know, he's part of the family. And again, all the people that I've met throughout my travels in different various times in my life, there was always a local game store I could go and you know, meet and pick up a game and play, and it was always something I will continue to fight for. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Rambly, nonsensical, too much word salading here. Thanks for, well, we gotta stop with the buttons, right? Right? Is today the day that we resume the racing cars? Is that today the day? How's your paw doing? Everyone probably wants to know. I think your energy level is good. You got a booger, dude. Let's get that booger. Anyway, thanks for watching.